of the Local Government Amendment Bill. And as my very able chair of the Local Government and Environment Select Committee, Mr Ockenville, has said, good local government is essential for our communities, our economy and our environment. As Mr Ockenville has very ably led the Local Government and Environment Select Committee, I'm very proud to follow him in supporting this Local Government Amendment Bill. It's, of course, amending the 2002 Principal Act, and the three words that you're going to hear again in this speech, Mr Speaker, are improving transparency, accountability and financial management. And the Labour Speaker before me did actually say that they were supportive of those three principles, so I'm very pleased about that. Now, the National Government values having an honest and open working relationship with the local government sector. And we do recognise that there is not a one-size-fits-all approach to local government. We understand, Mr Speaker, that communities up and down New Zealand are different. Even within an electorate, they are different. And I wanted to demonstrate this for a moment by talking about the Taupo electorate.
That's a good idea. Yes.
If you look at the Waipa District Council, I wonder. If you look at the Waipa District Council, this year is hosting the World Rowing Championships at Lake Karapiro, November this year. This event will be the biggest sporting event in New Zealand since the 1990 Commonwealth Games. The Council will be significantly involved. In the South Waikato District Council, last week they signed a $3.4 million New Zealand cycle trail project. They signed the contract for the Waikato River Trail. It will ensure that the last 41 kilometres of the cycleway is completed in time for the World Rowing Champs. In the Taupo District Council, a very different council again. They have recently been awarded the accreditation for an international safe district.
Wow.
The World Health Organisation has examined Taupo and its commitment to safer communities. Taupo is known as a wonderful tourist destination, Mr Speaker, and this accreditation will boost our image. This government, the Minister of Local Government Rodney Hyde and the Associate Minister John Carter understands that there cannot be a one-size-fits-all approach to local government. We do keep the local in local government. So this bill, I want to remind you, Mr Speaker, is about transparency, about accountability and financial management. The Local Government and Environment Select Committee worked incredibly well together last year under the reform of the Resource Management Act, the simplifying and streamlining legislation. It's fair to say that we work well together. We work well at simplifying things and streamlining things, and this Local Government Amendment Act is another example. So I know that we will be working together to reduce costs and waste in local government. Mr Speaker, this bill works on two different levels. Firstly, it works on a strategic level, where the bill aims to change the way that local authorities set their direction and the way this can be influenced and assessed by their communities. So there's several provisions in the bill. I'm not going to cover all of them, and I'm definitely not going to dedicate 90% of the speech to water and issues to do with water, because some of the opposition have actually forgotten the main issue of strategic changes that this bill will reform. One of them that I think is really important is the introduction of a pre-election report that will encourage and inform the debate in the elections. So it means that the voters have better information on which they can base their decisions. It will introduce a financial strategy to the long-term plan, and it will help local communities and authorities debate and resolve the key financial and service delivery trade-offs that they have to make. At the second level is the operational reforms, of which the bill will aim to simplify decision-making processes. A couple of these, for example, are removing unnecessary auditing. And if you talk to local councillors up and down the country, this is one of the areas that they see as an area of financial waste that they would rather do without. So it will remove unnecessary auditing by taking a number of operational policies out of the long-term plan. It will also level the playing field to better enable the private sector to deliver local authority services. Mr Speaker, local government is essential for our communities, our economy and our environment. We on this side of the House recognise that there is not one size that will fit all. We recognise the differences in our councils up and down the country, and I've given you examples in the Taupo electorate of 3 different councils and things that are important for them. This bill is about improving transparency, accountability and financial management. It will ultimately make councils nationwide far more accountable for their actions. This is what ratepayers want, this is what local politicians want, and this is what the national government wants.
Very good.